So we are back. We are now doing, well, everybody's going to know who this guy is, right? I mean, drives the number 71 modified out at Skagit Speedway and other places across the country. But for the one idiot race fan that has no idea who you are, introduce yourself and tell them what you drive and pretend like this part is interesting and be a little bit of an egomaniac during this part. So.
All right. Well, I'm Adam Holtrop, a.k.a. Big Sexy. I drive the 71 Modified at Skagit Speedway, one of the most popular drivers around the country.
And that is no joke. 71 has been my top paint scheme for Modified since I've seen it, basically. And so it's right behind us. I don't know if you can see it in the camera there, but I'm excited for this interview because I'm a huge fan of Modifieds. But leading up to this, of course, you know, you're always presented with different information and like your head's spinning going, what am I going to ask? How do I not sound like a moron? And then we get the information dropped on us that you've got background in NASCAR, and not a lot of people know that. No. So are you okay with kind of telling that story, like how you got started in NASCAR, how you got to the big game and the big dance and what you did, and take your time because we got plenty of tape. So I'm fascinated by it.
Right. Well, I mean, kind of goes back a long ways. And I mean, when I was just a little guy, I wanted to go to NASCAR and I wanted to build NASCARs, and that's what I wanted to do for as long as I could remember.
Sure.
I worked toward that all the way through my life, I guess. You want to say that? I graduated high school, and I absolutely hated high school. It was boring. Didn't want to be there.
And you went to high school locally too, right?
Yeah, I went to Cedar Woolley High School.
Woolley.
Yep, graduated in 2009.
I was Burlington in '95, so we were rivals, like definitely different generations, but
graduated in 2009, and I was living in North Carolina in July.
Which is NASCAR capital of the world.
Which is NASCAR capital of the world, yep. I was living in Statesville, which is just a little ways up the road from Mooresville.
Sure.
Mooresville, North Carolina is Race City, USA. Even painted on the big water tower they got right there. So the cop cars, when I first moved there, were checkered flag, and I mean, it's a racing town, 100% through and through.
Sure.
I got accepted to the NASCAR Technical Institute and went through that whole deal. Graduated there. As soon as I got out of that, I went and I started volunteering at a couple of race shops, and my buddy Sean Vardell got me my first actual racing job working for Vision Motorsports at the time with Adrian Berryhill and Tanner Berryhill driving a car.
Sure.
So Tanner Berryhill, his grandfather he owned the Chili Bowl Chili Company that sponsors the Chili Bowl.
The Chili Bowl.
Yep. That's how they got that whole name.
Which we got local connections because Caleb Hart will do TV for the Chili Bowl.
Yep.
Like with Flo Racing and all that,
Mm-hmm. So Flo and then Blake goes there all the time too. Yeah. So worked for him for a little bit, and then my first actual full-time job was with McDonald Motorsports with Scott Saunders in the 49 car and Jason Bowles driving the 81 Nationwide car.
Sure.
So
holy crap! I had no freaking idea. I was reading like interview snippets that you've given in the past, like getting ready for this interview, like because I want to know as much as I can about you before we step in. And then the NASCAR nugget was dropped in my lap, and I'm like, how is this not talked about? It's crazy. Now, you mentioned something about being a tire man and gas man, right?
Yeah. So I was my normal job through the week was pretty much putting the cars together to start. And then on the weekends with the K&N car, I was their tire specialist.
Sure.
I took care of all the tires throughout the weekend, and I did that job for the longest time, working with McDonald Motorsports, Viva Motorsports, Bobby Dotter and SS Greenlight Racing. You know, I mean, I kind of bounced all over for a while, and it was fun. When I went to Lear Motorsports is when that changed. I was the car chief on the 59 ARCA car.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was for David. David Levine was our driver.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, that's some responsibility too, right? Being car chief, that's
a little bit.
That's tough. I can't imagine. I have no like car technical knowledge at all. I'm the guy that can buy a hot dog like nobody's business, and I can buy a beer like nobody's business, and I can stand and cheer like nobody's business, but that's about it. So I love it. I think it's awesome. So when you're at working for NASCAR, then you came back and got back to racing modifieds. When did that happen, and why did you come back and kind of come back to your grassroots, so to speak?
Well, I had a limited late model that I ran around back east there, and then when I got to the point where I was just tired and wanted to come home, I traded it off for an old modified, and on the trailer that I got now, that was nowhere near what it looks like now. It was ghetto fabulous. It was horrible. I don't know how it made it across the United States. It was rough, but we made it. And I ran it for a couple years, and then progressively got newer cars and better equipment, and drove for Cliff Ballinger the first couple years that I did this, and then drove for Mel Decker, and then after that, we bought this, and it's been our operation since.
How long? I mean, that's kind of a long crawl from starting out to becoming one of the top modified drivers in the country, right? I mean, how is it like being at the top now? I mean, we talked about it earlier. It's for those of us who go to a track and watch racing, it's you see certain drivers playing checkers and others playing chess, and you see one or two that are playing chess when everyone else is kind of playing checkers and other things, right?
I mean, I'm a good driver. I don't see myself as the absolute best driver.
Sure.
I mean, there's guys out there that are better than me still, and have way more racing experience even than I got. I've been doing this 25 years, and I ran go-karts, late models. I mean, I've sat my butt in just about everything. Hornet cars. I was the 2022 Hornet champion at Skagit Speedway, the 2020 champion in the modifieds. I mean, I kind of did that backwards. If you talk to a lot of people, I won my first race with a modified, and the next weekend I ran with a Hornet car.
Sure.
I'm a little backwards on things. It's just how it is.
Oh, that's all right, though.
But it all works out that way. But, I'm one of the best drivers around here, but I'm not the best.
Of course.
By far. Rick Smith and a lot of the other guys that have been around doing this a lot longer than I have, I mean, they still sit at the top of the table. Sure. One of these days I will be there. Sure. Because that's what I strive to be.
Are you still passionate about modified racing now? I mean, do you love it just as much?
I love this thing. It's a pain in the butt to drive. It's one of the absolute hardest cars to drive.
What is so hard about it for somebody that might not know?
There's no downforce and the tires suck. You're driving on bricks. Okay. I mean, they're a very hard compound. Sure. And if you piss the tire off and that seals over, good luck. Have fun. Sure. So there's no traction.
I guess, I don't know. It's hard to envision that and then loving it, but I guess taming the beast, right? Is that
I have not tamed this beast.
So that's the motivation then, I would 100%. Assume, right?
Like I can climb into a Hornet car and run right up front and win a race.
And
I won 7 out of 9 races of the year. I won the championship.
And it is what it is.
It was fun.
This is still a challenge.
It is
and I love that.
100%. Yeah. If it ain't a challenge no more, why are we doing it?
Well, I would agree. Yeah.
That goes back to the whole deal with the NASCAR stuff. It was a challenge. I loved it. I wasn't having fun anymore.
Sure.
When you're not having fun anymore, why are we doing it?
So, is there a benefit specifically that you learned in your NASCAR time that translated to your success owning your team now? Is there anything directly related?
Attention to detail.
Okay.
Make sure every I is dotted and every T is crossed.
And do you require your crew to have that same attention to detail?
Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah. My guys hate me some days.
Yeah.
100%, because I want it done right, and if it ain't done right, we're gonna redo it.
Sure.
100%. I do not go by the motto, we do things nice because we do things twice. I absolutely hate that crap.
Okay.
We're gonna do it right the first time. We're gonna do it right.
So the one thing I hear about, and we talked a little bit about before the interview, is like a lot of times the great drivers, like at Skagit or some of the other dirt tracks, they are different when you run into them at the grocery store than when they got a helmet strapped on and they're about ready to get pushed out or come out onto the track. Some might not. They think they might be jerks and buttholes, right? Like, we have to keep this kind of PG, I'm assuming, right? Can I swear in it, or? Okay.
Yeah, it's your podcast.
So, like, I always get warned, like, you go talk to a top guy, he could be an asshole that day because he could be in driver mode and not normal person mode.
When I roll through the track, first night there, doesn't matter if it's the first night or the last night, when I roll through the gate, I'm a different person.
Sure.
I mean, we're there to do some work. I mean, I'll talk to everyone, have a good time and stuff like that. But as soon as the pit meeting is over, I'm clocking in and I'm there to work. I'm there to do a job. We're having fun, but I want to win at the same time.
Absolutely.
I absolutely hate running second, third, fourth. I don't want to run it. I ran second more times than I'd like to ever remember.
Sure.
But I want to be number one. I want to be the guy on top of the podium.
Well, I mean, if you're not being the best at what you're doing, right, what are you doing it for?
Exactly.
I think this day and age, there's too many people that are too willing to be 10th or 15th and be okay with that.
I'm not here to be an also-run car.
Yeah. No, I get that. Is there anything that you get nervous about when it comes to racing? Like when you strap in, is there butterflies ever anymore?
Oh yeah, I've had a bad wreck. Sent me to the hospital. Actually, I was paralyzed for 17 hours from the waist down.
Really?
From
how long ago was this?
2016.
Holy buckets, Batman!
Yeah, October 1st, 2016.
And don't knock that phrase, because that's kind of my Gen X phrase. It's holy buckets, Batman.
Went down turn one, broke the car, drove up the wall, got knocked out, couldn't feel nothing. So it was a little bit of a.
It had to have been scary as hell.
Oh yeah, when you can't feel your feet, can't move nothing.
I know your mom was back there too. It was a little bit scary for. Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Gosh, I can't imagine.
Then they cut me out of the car, pulled me out of the car, and everything else. It was my biggest thing for the whole thing was I just had a brand new suit. It was only a couple races old, and I was very adamant that they weren't cutting my suit.
Sure.
So, which they were nice enough not to cut it. They cut everything else off.
So I'm curious then, because you see in like racing movies like Hollywood, right? Seems like every racing movie there's always a bad wreck, and the driver coming back, and kind of the drama of that. How true to life is that? I mean, when you get back after that, is it scary getting back in the car? I mean,
I was a complete wreck in the car the first time I did it.
I can imagine.
We went over to Yakima, which is a big half mile over there now.
Uh-huh.
That it's no longer raced anymore, but it, we had just built a new car. Actually, the car that I brought home, because the car I wrecked was my grandfather's. So the car that I drug home, I sold it to a buddy of mine, Cliff Ballinger, and I was just supposed to jump in the car to run it a little bit, and then he was going to take over.
Sure.
He ended up getting hurt over there. So I took the car over. I ended up driving for him for a couple of years, and that's who I got my championship with him. But sitting over in the staging, I was in complete nervous wreck.
I can imagine.
I wanted out of the car. I was telling myself, why am I here? What am I doing? You're a dumbass. Why are we doing this? Went out, packed the track. It was kind of okay.
It's kind of like putting your toe in the water, right? You're kind of like, okay, that was all right.
That was all right. Then come back again, sitting out there for hot laps, and it was a half-mile racetrack.
So, I mean, it's a big track.
Yeah, you're clicking at a good pace.
Yeah.
I was not good.
I can imagine.
So, and then, when we went out there, and the first lap I shouldn't have been on the racetrack. And then I just kind of got mad at myself. I'm like, what are you doing? If we're going to do this, we're going to do this.
Sure.
So, and then just went right back to what we normally were.
Sure.
So, and it was go time from there.
So how long did it take you to kind of shake off that whole kind of hangover from the accident? Or do you ever shake it off? I don't know.
I still sit in the back there and contemplate myself. What am I doing some nights?
Okay.
Why am I sitting in this car?
Which is crazy coming from one of the best be doing it around. Like that's
Till I pull on that racetrack, it don't matter.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I've got 2 kids at home.
Sure.
And they need their daddy.
Yeah.
And it was, like I said, and this has been 10 years now from when that wreck happened. And like I said, there'll be nights that I'll just sit back there and I talk to my car a lot all through the night.
I have a Jeep Compass. I talk to that thing a lot too. We probably have different conversations, but yep, I know what it's like to talk to the car. So
I'm sure there's nights that we probably have about the same conversation. No, I talk to the car a lot. A lot of people will notice I'll sit there and I'll on the visor, I'll sit there with my hand, I'll pat the car, and then I'm just talking to the car because pretty much. Talking to myself, basically.
Somebody with a telephoto lens, though, would think, man, Adam has gone mental, but there's strategery to that, right?
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah, I love
guaranteed.
that. Strategery, that's another one of my phrases. I think it's copyrighted
as soon as I pull on the racetrack,
So when I was prepping for this interview, how are we doing on time, Stacey? We still good? we're trying to cut these to 30-minute segments. So we're definitely going to be doing a part 2 when we hit the 30. But so I read that you have a certain superstition, or at least you did back in the day before every race. Something about pink boxer shorts. Is that still a superstition?
So,
because I think the fandom didn't see that too much and would be real curious about.
So it's
and where can they get the Adam pink boxer shorts to be the fan at Skagit Speedway?
So to be honest with you, the pink started as a joke.
And I love the fact that you are shocked as shit that I even brought that up.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Not a lot of people know that one. Everyone in the pit area knows that, but it started as a joke. I mean, we had a unicorn on the first car. This car was orange. We called it the Orange Blossom Special. And we had a little unicorn under the deck lid there for the fuel, and it just started as a joke. Like, hey, I got this little pink My Little Pony shirt, and wearing pink underwear, and I had pink socks for a while, and it would just start to be as a funny ha-ha.
Sure.
Now it's kind of...
That's a big funny ha-ha right behind you. Yeah.
Pink has grown to be my favorite color.
But you still do that superstition.
I don't have them no more. They are gone, worn the hell out.
I was going to say, because is there a certain point where you, like, if you're not winning doing that, do you change it up? And
man, I've won in every damn kind of colored boxers you can think of. It don't make a difference. You're either gonna have a good night or a bad night.
Was there true to rumor that you were topless at a race? Didn't we talk about in our last interview? You was topless at a race?
Well, get me a little drunk. I'm topless all the time.
That's so awesome. I love that.
No, I loved back in the day with the late models and stuff with big old sideboards and no roofs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
That's what I grew up in. My dad, my grandfather, my grandfather Louis Nutter ran late models and stock cars for years and won championship up at Skagit. And my dad, I just lost him on the 14th of June.
Sorry to hear that, by the way. That's tough.
His birthday was the 4th, and it was that was a little rough.
Yeah,
that was rough running that, and it was the whole reason the modifieds have a topless show is because of me. Because I have pushed and pushed and pushed. Even when Steve had the track, I always pushed for a topless show because it was fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
You pull the roofs off the car, you can look down and see what the guys are doing in the car. It
Absolutely.
gives a whole different show all the way through it.
When it's entertaining for us as fans to see drivers working hard in the car. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, when it's closed up, there's that kind of aesthetic wall, right, where you're kind of like, is it hard to drive?
You don't see what's going on.
I love the fact that, I have the opportunity to see a driver working hard,
Oh, yeah.
So why is it so tough, though? I mean, like, why is it so hard to get? Do drivers not want to cut get the tops off their cars?
You take the roof off that car and you lose all your aerodynamic.
And a car that doesn't have much anyway, right?
Right, and I think they drive better without the roof, to be honest with you.
I think we should bring back, or we should maybe at some point sponsor a topless modified race.
August 1st, Breast Cancer Night's our next topless race.
Oh, that is awesome.
And that was my doing as well.
Good for you. I love that.
Because we were standing in the pit meeting last year, and Galen was like, well, we don't have it on the schedule, but does anybody want to run the topless night? And we all raised our hand. Well, what night of the races in the next couple of weeks do you want to run them? I said, next week. Little did he realize that it was breast cancer night.
But it was it's perfect. Fitting, though. It's like, that is as perfect.
I knew it was breast cancer night.
Oh, did you knew it when you knew it when you put your hand up?
100%.
Yeah, I love that.
There's a method to my madness.
I love that. Yeah, absolutely. Are we doing...
even Jordan understands the method to my madness because it pisses him off some days, too. So, like putting washers on the car and making them take them back off when they're not supposed to be there, and then putting them back on.
So how much, I'm curious, is it like, because Jordan's sitting back, so is there a lot of hazing that goes on within teams?
Yes. Yes.
Like, you don't have to get into like the illegal shit that goes on, but like, especially if you're is it just the fun person to pick on, or is it the youngest
He's
kid?
The fun person
or
to pick on.
The fun person to
He's
pick
the
on.
fun person to pick on. 100%.
So you're the guy. You're the guy.
Yeah, he's the butt of the jokes. All the time.
Oh, damn.
I got a new BB gun. I had to try it out.
Oh, shit. What is it, just put on a jacket and run?
No, he's laying on the floor.
Oh shit! Yeah, why give him a fighting chance? Though, right?
It
that.
doesn't always load the BB, so it's a 50-50 shot if you get shot.
So are we still doing good on where we at with this segment? So why don't we take a quick break? I'll refocus because we're going to talk about moonshine, beer, and BB guns, and we'll come back and do segment 2 with Adam here in a minute. Race-wise, so is there a favorite track you have? Like you just love racing at?
I love Skagit Speedway. It's home.
Okay.
I don't know. Sunset Speedway is a fun little racetrack because it's a quarter-mile bull ring.
Your mom's excited about
Yeah.
the track. What track is she excited
loves Willamette
about?
Speedway down there.
Willamette?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's her favorite track.
So what about Willamette do you like?
Yeah,
Really?
That place is smooth top to bottom. It's like smooth as a shop floor. Smooth.
Okay.
Yeah. And
How
it's-
often do you run there?
We ran there a couple years ago. Went down for 3 races down there. First,
Is it glass because they just have an elite crew, or like they're
those guys know what they're doing really well. It's a different clay. They know what they're doing with it.
sure?
It doesn't have character like Skagit does with the natural spring underneath the turn.
Oh, I didn't realize that. There's
So in turn 3, there's a natural well and spring underneath turn 3. That's why there's a hole
Oh.
over there all the time.
well, we always see the bump in, right? The cars like
Yep.
porpoising,
Well, right where that
right?
bump
And it's
is,
like, yeah, and it's like
is
that's what
the
that
spring.
is. Holy crap! I had no idea.
So
Wow.
that's where some of the best Skagit County moonshine was made before they made it a racetrack.
Yeah, absolutely. So is there a track that like you have to run out but you despise? Like you just like God,
Elma.
you got Elma's that way, and you guys are coming up.
Yep.
So what's the race coming up at Grace Harbor?
This weekend is just pretty much a tune-up for us because we haven't been there all year.
Sure.
And then next weekend, the 17th and 18th, is the Elma Nationals for the Modified Nationals.
Okay, and that's a
It's a 2-day show,
Two-day.
Friday, Saturday. There's a race of champions on Friday night, which is always a fun race.
yeah. And if you're in the area like of Gray's Heart, you've got to see that because it is the
Oh, yeah.
best that have ever put on a helmet that are still kicking around, right? That are going to be in that race. That
Oh,
is
yeah.
awesome.
And then, Saturday night is the 40-lap A main. We start 3 wide. It's a fun race.
3 wide is insane, but yeah.
I can't necessarily say I hate the racetrack. I mean, it's not my favorite racetrack.
Sure.
The way you drive it and the way things are, I just don't like it.
So-
I like smaller racetracks.
You have the most experience at Skagit, right? You run there the most, I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Nowadays, yeah.
So track changes a lot. We always
Mm-hmm.
hear, top, bottom, middle.
It changes just as bad down there too.
It does.
Oh God, yeah.
Okay.
Last year we were down there. There was nothing really on the bottom. It was glass, smooth, slick in the middle, and we were on the outside just beating the car to death on the outside with a big old fat cushion.
Sure.
I mean, I ripped the right side off the car, running around the outside. And when you're up on the wall around Elma, it's a 3/8 mile. But I'm here to tell you, up on the wall is a long friggin' way around that racetrack.
Yeah, I can imagine. I actually haven't been there yet. So
Oh man, it's fun. I mean,
we're going to
especially-
get ourselves out there, but
especially with they brought the late models in last year, so with the big old fat tire and 900 horsepower cleaned the racetrack all the way up to the wall. So when we get out there with the modifieds, you have room to race everywhere.
Sure.
And then this year we're actually, me and Rick Smith, we bought a late model together and we're taking it down there and going to run it next weekend as well.
That's awesome, and that's what's sitting
yeah,
out there right
it's
now.
out there.
Yeah, I saw that and it kind of reminded me of my childhood back in the day because it'd be sprint cars and late models, and that was
that's
kind of
the only
thing,
late model
but-
in Skagit County right
Yeah,
now.
that's crazy. Love that. So.
Oh yeah, it's a gorgeous car.
Is there a race that you would love to race that you haven't raced at yet?
I want to race at the St. Louis, the Gateway Dirt Nationals. It's a small, little, tiny indoor arena. It's awesome. It's no different. It's no different than the Chili Bowl. Everyone wants to go to the Chili Bowl. Well,
Sure.
that to me is my Chili Bowl.
Okay.
I love the midget race. I love the Chili Bowl. I watch it every year. But that for a big car,
Sure.
dude, that's my deal right there.
Sure. And hopefully at some point, right?
Hopefully at some point, it's an invitation only race. So one of these days, I hope to get invited to that thing.
Oh, if they're watching, come on, get the invite. Let's go. Come on.
Did I get the invite? I don't care if I'll max credit cards out to get to that damn race. I don't care.
So now I'm curious, like, you have lots of awesome moments as a race car driver, right? Is there a particular moment that stands out that when you close your eyes brings a smile to your face?
Dude, the first win.
Okay.
100% the first win was actually in that car right there.
What year was that?
It was in 2019. No, 2019. Yep. It was, running with Rick and Kevin Smith and Lawrence O'Connor and
some of the guys you look up to, right?
Yeah, I mean, some of the guys that got championships in this class, and
Sure.
others got championships in other classes, and I bested them that night. I mean, that was my whole thing, and it's just finally to get the monkey off the back and get
Sure.
the first one, and it's been so long to that point.
I can
So
imagine.
that was that night, and then winning the championship, that first championship in 2020. It was COVID year. It was a little bit of a weird year. We were running on a Thursday night. We never won a race all whole year. We run a ton of heat races, but never won a main event all year long. Just consistent top 3, top 5 every single weekend, and come right down to it. And it was us over Craig Moore.
Did you feel it coming? Like, because the car was so good and the crew was on top, like, was it building to it, or was it just out of, like, it just surprised you to?
We rolled in the night 16 points ahead.
Okay.
It could have went either way. We got a little behind in the heat race. Actually really sucked in the heat race because it had rained all week, and we'd been setting the car up for dry slick.
Sure.
And we made some changes and was just absolutely a bag of crap in the heat race, and put us really deep in the field. And for the most part, that whole year, we had a big old 3-3 open motor in the car. We got a crate motor now that has no power. But this 3-3, it was a power monster.
Sure.
And through the summer months, we had taken the secondaries off the carburetors and pretty much just running a 2-barrel because it would just blow the tires off. Well, we had so much rain, the track was hooked up. Well, I'm starting this far back in the field. It's time to go.
Sure.
So we put the secondaries back on, gave it all to her, and as soon as I got past Ben Gutterson and Greg Moore, I'm going to the front. And wasn't going to look back.
So when we talked about earlier, like, when you're a driver and the car's hooked up, everything's working. There's, like, no better feeling in the world. Is that right? Like,
Oh God, that's amazing when the car actually wants to do.
like, you feel like you're one with it. Is it true? You
Man,
feel like you're one
you
with the
stick your
car?
foot on the throttle and it goes. And you're like, yeah, all right.
How often is that moment happening, though, behind the wheel?
I mean, there's a point in time every weekend, but it gets to the end of the night, and car kind of starts falling off, track goes away, everything kind of changes, and you got to change your driving style throughout the night.
Sure.
Like last weekend at the first 7 laps, it was just hammered down, wide open. We were running, and it was, when you're hammered down with these cars, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's this car or sprint car, 410, doesn't matter. It's hammered down, wide open racetrack. That's a lot to take out of a person.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
So, and
I'm always curious because we sit in the stands, watch, and nights that it's 90 degrees out, and this is actually comes to one of our fan questions coming up. But like, I always worry that, man, drivers with suits on and helmet and all the, like, the fire hood underneath, like, it's got to be a tough thing
It's
to
hot.
regulate.
It is hot.
How do you keep yourself hydrated? Like, what do you do to hydrate yourself when you're
I
sitting
drink
behind the wheel?
water all night long.
Yeah.
But when I'm in the car, I don't have a cup holder or anything like that, and I hate stuff floating around. So I sit over there by myself in the car, and this year I've got a little air blower that actually blows in the helmet. I ran it for the first time last weekend, which was kind of nice. I felt it more sitting in the pit area, waiting and staging to go on the racetrack than I did on the racetrack. But when you're on the racetrack,
Sure.
I don't think about anything else besides the next car in front of me.
It would have to be blowing pretty hard for you to be.
Well, yeah. So, and then I got a new suit for this year, which is way better than the black suit that I had last year. It
Black
was
with the heat, man. The sun rays, it attracts.
It was just a big old thick, heavy racing suit, and it just sucked.
And I know it makes us look good in the mirror, like black for those of us that are fairly big. Like, we like black. Like, my wardrobe was black, but For a race suit, that's
black
gotta
is
suck.
beautiful. Pink is better.
Yeah, pink is better. I'm looking forward to getting my number 71 modified shirt to wear on the podcast here coming up.
Oh, heck yeah.
So we're going to be making that happen.
Awesome.
So that was Dave had that question because Dave had had a question for Jordan. That was the question he had is how do you keep cool in the car? So I have another fan question. Are you okay with fan questions?
Yeah, man, I love questions.
So Katie wanted to know, how do you have a go-to meal like race day? Like, is there a certain meal prep you do? Like some race, you don't.
I eat breakfast in the morning, and I don't eat all day. I drink water all day long.
Okay.
Because I don't like things in my stomach when I sit in the car and get strapped in. It makes you feel. It pushes on everything, makes you feel like it wants to come back up almost.
Sure.
So I don't eat.
Sure.
So I'll eat breakfast in the morning, and I will drink water all day long and pee like a racehorse. And at the end of the night, all I want when I get out of the car is a soda and food.
Sure.
I just want something sweet.
And then once
it
you get a little bit
me.
in your stomach, then it's beer time.
Yeah, oh yeah. Once I get a little something in my stomach, it is beer time. Beer 30, definitely.
Okay.
Give me a cold Coors Light and let's roll.
Yeah. So, so no meal prep. No, you just don't eat. You eat breakfast, and that's about it. Water all day. Okay.
About the most that I eat throughout the day is if someone walking by with some French fries or a nacho, I'll grab a fry.
Okay, there you go.
So,
especially if Jordan's walking by with something.
Oh yeah,
he's
Jordan
like,
or my crew guy Kyle or something like
Yeah.
that. Kyle's got always gets chicken strips and stuff like that. I'll grab a chicken strip and take a bite off it and keep on digging.
Love that.
So
is that some of that nervous energy, like maybe, or just it looked good and.
I don't know.
I don't think I've never seen a chicken strip good enough that I went, oh, I got to take that. But I don't know.
I don't know. Something I've always done.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, hey, a fry, and let me get one of those.
So another fan question that had, and I'm curious about this. So, is there a race, like if you could go back in time, any point in history, is there a race that you would love to be behind the wheel and race? And would there be a competitor that I wouldn't say future because we don't know who's going to be in the future, but present or past. So what race and what driver would you love to race against? And it could be anybody.
To be honest with you, I would like to go back to Skagit in an old late model and race against my dad and my grandfather in the cars that they drove and all those guys.
Sure.
And I mean, may not have been the best equipment in the world, but it's family.
Yeah.
And that would have just been fun. I mean, I got to race with my grandfather. I got to race with my dad in the Hornet cars. I got to race with my grandfather in modifieds and stuff like that. But it's not a late model.
Yeah. No.
And that was really the whole reason. One of the reasons why I wanted that car outside so bad.
Yeah.
Is little kid dream.
Sure.
Run a late model at Skagit Speedway.
Yeah.
That's why we brought it up to Skagit for play day. I got to check that little kid dream off.
That would have been pretty special.
It was an absolute blast. I mean, we had a couple issues with the car, but it's still a late model around Skagit Speedway. It's just badass.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then people don't realize, like late model, sprint car and late model were the two classes that ran for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the old Bud Light, late model kicking around that
Bob
track.
Kennedy.
Yeah, it was awesome, and I always that's why late models I love, because it's the closest thing that we have to late models around here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some people don't like them as good as like 410s, but I'll tell you, there's just something magical about seeing the late models ripping around Skagit.
It's just a big old car flying around a racetrack that shouldn't be there.
Shouldn't be there.
So they're wide, they're big, they're heavy, and they're fast.
So our final fan question, and I hate to I'm jumping around topics, but it's hard. So when fans are watching, there was one of our viewers was curious. Is there a lot more like bumping and grinding going on with other cars on the track that we might not be seeing when you guys are in a race? Like when you think, man, nobody touched each other, is it?
Have you seen that car?
Well, I mean, I see it now, yes, but it doesn't look as that when we're sitting in the stands.
It looks good now. Hell, you should have seen it before I got off the track last week, and the nose was killed. The right rear quarter panel was over touching the fuel
So there
pad.
is a lot of bumping and grinding going
yeah.
on, even if we're not necessarily seeing it.
Oh, I got a hole in the one on the right side of the car. Me and Craig Moore ran at each other.
Sure.
I mean, the bumper's not on there, but there's a few different cars that, well, if they need to go, I'm either going to push them out of the way or they're going to get driven through.
There you go.
There's a certain point in time that I'm tired of dealing with certain people, and you need to go.
Sure.
And I'm here to tell you, I've got a stack of aluminum on the wall. I have another chassis outside.
Yeah, he does. I'm verifying that. So, yes, that
car.
is true.
And there's another car sitting on a flatbed trailer on the other side of this
That's
wall.
not hyperbole. He's really serious about that, by the way. So,
if I got to build another car, I'll build another car. I don't care.
I'm sitting next to the man. I can tell you he's meaning everything he's saying. So, as a driver and team owner, other than securing sponsors, what's the hardest part of doing what you do? Other than dealing with Jordan over there.
My mom is the biggest pain in the butt in the world.
So you say that outside of the sponsor thing is
100%.
Wow.
Yeah, see, everyone agrees over here.
So when I interview your mom, because she agreed to sit down with us at some point, so are you gonna be like, you can't say this?
She can say whatever she wants.
Oof, Lord. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no stopping her. Her mouth runs 90.
And we're gonna do that. And we're after each question, we'll do a shot of moonshine or something as we go. Yeah. I think
the questions are going to get better at that.
So race is coming up for you. So
Yep.
You've got Elma this weekend.
Yep, Elma this next 2 weeks. And then July 25th is my best friend's wedding, which he's getting married on a golf course. And he's got his dressed to the nines and these tuxes, and I could kill him.
Is it's different than that?
Oh yeah, he
okay.
is soon to be.
I do appreciate you wearing that for the interview today, though. By
I got
the way,
this one, and I got a pink one too.
That's awesome. I would have loved to have seen the pink one. So
I don't know where it's at right now. I think it's
Okay.
dirty. But yeah. So and then after that, August 1st, we're back at Skagit for the Tapa show.
Oh,
and then
I can't wait for that. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah. And then we go down to Sunset Speedway on the 8th of August.
Which is where?
Which in Oregon,
Okay.
Banks, Oregon. And that's because my daughter wanted to go back down there for her birthday.
Awesome.
I don't know why, but she had a lot of fun when we went down, and she wants to go there for her birthday.
So the pink number 71 is making its rounds.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
If I can go racing and I got the money, we're doing it.
There you go.
100%.
Well, I do appreciate you sitting down and letting us interview you today. It's been a blast.
Anytime.
This is a bucket list item for me because, like I said, I've been a big fan for a long time. So I want to thank you for having us and your family and your crew and everybody. This means a lot to us, so we appreciate it.
No, it means a lot to me. I appreciate it, and I mean it's good to get everything out there that some people may not know.
And I know that people are gonna be like, "Man, you're fangirling hard at this one." I get it. Give me a break. So this is my fandom. So kiss my ass. Anyway, all right. So there we go. We're gonna wrap this up, and Adam and his crew and everybody, they got a lot of work because you leaving tomorrow?
No, we're leaving Saturday morning.
Okay. A little bit of time, but
yeah,
some more Crown Royal got to be put up in the thing.
Need another bottle on the rafters.
All right. Once again, I want to say thanks to everybody. You got Adam, number 71, modified at Skagit Speedway, and Elma, and Oregon, and everywhere else.
Wherever the wind may blow, you never know where this car's
Check
gonna
them
show
out.
up.
It is a great time on the racetrack. I want to thank everybody for watching, and we will see everybody at our next episode. Thanks so much for watching our latest creation from the Stands PNW. So you're probably wondering who's responsible for creating this podcast. Well, that would be Jimmy and Stacy. Who is the guy in front of the microphone all the time? Well, that would be Jimmy. Who's producing our episodes? Well, that will be Jimmy and Stacy. Who am I talking to on the social media side and who's creating all that wonderful social media? Well, that would be Stacy. A special thanks goes out to Top Shelf Galaxy Productions, and of course, a special shout out to Ice by Stacy Media for all the great graphics and animations. So please like and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know when our latest hits the airwaves. You can find us across all social media platforms at From the Stands PNW. Once again, thank you so much for watching.